Man, what a pain in the butt. And the owner's like, oh, okay, well, you can bring in a machine, but as long as it's not a piece of furniture. And 10 minutes in, it's a penis. Whoa, that's going on the blooper reel. I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Welcome back. As you can see, I don't have no circuit boards no mo. They gone bye-bye. Brought them over to my buddy Russell's, and he's going to ship them off to Brent, and Brent is going to service the shit out of those bastards. They were all working pretty much fine and dandy, but I just like to bulletproof them and have them go through the professional's hands and do a few tweaks and upgrades and all that good stuff, as I mentioned before. So in the interim, I've been tinkering around. What have I done? Well, I just went and checked all the fuses on the power supply, and there were only two that were off. The 0.75 amp fuse, there was a 1 amp in there, so it was a quarter amp overfused. I believe that's for the displays. And then one of the 20 amp fuses was actually a 15, so it's underamped just a smidge, which is actually fine. I'm okay going in that direction. So I swapped those two out. Now all the fuses in the power supply are what they should be. Back panel's nice and clean. Here, let's take a quick peek here. Let's go into zoom mode. Well, this is actually just normal mode. It's the tiniest evidence, maybe, of old corrosion. Here's the evidence here. Often when the battery, which would be right around here, original battery, right about here, starts corroding, at the bottom of the board it spreads across and then up. Now look at that. Spread across and up. So clearly the board that was in here was not the board that got roached. Look at this, it even kind of might have made its way all the way to the top. And I see boards that have alkaline damage that goes all the way around. It just creeps around the edges all the way to the top. I've seen it before, more than once. It happens, it's real. And then it drips down onto the lamp driver and causes it grief. But I don't really see any. I had a sneeze. Oh, sorry for the suspense there. Okay, much better. Probably stirring up some dust. Anyway, at least it didn't look like it dripped onto the lamp driver, but anyway, yeah, so there's that. On the playfield, I took my Phillips screwdriver and I tightened every single Phillips on every switch, on every mechanism. These guys, flipper plates, switches, slingshots, rollovers, targets, you name it. Every Phillips. I think I've gotten every single Phillips. This screw that was there was too small, wasn't catching anything, so I got a bigger screw. This here, I thought there was a screw missing, and oh, I have now concluded there is a screw missing. At first I thought it was just this cavity and they couldn't put a screw there, but it looks like the cavity doesn't extend that far, so got me another screw to install there. I added a nut to this post that was missing. Tighten these guys up, the center posts. And oh, did I tighten these switch stacks? I might not have tightened these switch stacks. Oh, and I also cleaned every single switch with very well worn 600 grit sandpaper. Just a piece that I've been using over and over again as to not sand off the gold plating. It's about the same roughness as a credit card, maybe a little bit more rough than that. It's just It's almost like just paper at this point. There's no sand on it anymore. It's just paper. Sandless sandpaper. I still gotta find out what this is. I think that used to be a T-nut. I have to flip the playfield over for that. So I think the next thing I'm gonna do, since I got no boards, is install capacitors on all the switches that are missing them, and maybe even replace some of the originals if I deem necessary. So nice and easy to do that with the playfield in this position. Oh, I also replaced this screw that was missing, but I will be tearing this mech apart and cleaning it because it's a little gummy, but I'll clean all that up. New sleeve, do that for the pop bumpers, do that for the slingshots, rebuild the flippers, rebuild this guy because he wasn't latching, so I feel like something might be broken off of this plastic. We'll dig into that and see. How's this diode looking on this coil? Yeah, some sketchy wiring here. Not looking all that healthy. Here, not all that healthy. So, does it focus when I'm right now? Or do I need to go like this? And then stand back. Is that more focused? Sometimes it's hard to tell, but if I go that close, then I like the panned out view better. Anyway. Okay, so I think that's the plan of attack. Oh, I forgot to clean the drop target switches. Okay, so drop target switches, and I can't remember if I tighten these guys or not. Do that first, and then start adding some capacitors, so I will report back. Okay, here's the capacitors. I forget the value of them, but I bought like 50 of them so I don't have to remember for a couple years. And I replaced the missing ones. I didn't replace the old ones. If the old ones fail, then that switch will like register as closed, typically. So if I have any switches that are registering closed that aren't closed, then I'll change them. So this one's new, this one's new. I don't know what got me all greasy there, but something did. So in the grand scheme of things, that one's new, rollover. There were only 4 missing capacitors. Where's the other one? None of the pops were missing. I swapped 4 capacitors. I know I did. But do you see it? Well, let's zoom back out here. Ah, right, the middle target. So, middle target, it's much happier now. He's tightened up, new capacitor. And so that's done. Now, I think I will probably rebuild this guy. Easy access. Maybe the slings. I mean, compared to like a Whitewater and a Whirlwind, you know, there's still like a bunch of mechs, but just seems like a breeze compared to those other more modern games. So should be fairly smooth sailing. And if the boards are all going to be done, if the bottom side of the playfield is going to be done by the time my boards get back, then all we got to do is kind of clean the playfield, rubber it, play test the crap out of it. So it shouldn't be 20 episodes, which is fine. I don't mind 20 episodes. It's just, it should not take as long as a Whitewater. That is for sure, obviously. Anyway, I'll keep plugging away. Alright, here we go. Mech number 1. Up kicker mech. It's definitely dirty. But the coil stop's definitely worn. I may just file that down, because this is just a saucer. It doesn't need to like be forcefully fed out of there. As long as it gets out of the saucer, I'm happy with it. This metal, Sleeve will replace that, of course. I very rarely find metal sleeves anymore. But that should clean up nicely. Easy enough to remove. Alright. There we go. Mech number 1 complete. All taken apart, cleaned up, new sleeve. That is a million times better than before. No longer missing a screw. Oh, and I gotta bend this socket back into place. And make sure that that socket never grounds to the 50 volts or whatever it is of the coil. That would make things go boom. We don't want that. Alright. Pop bumpers are probably up next. Mech number 2. Slingshot. Kicker. Look how nasty that sleeve is. I think this has never, ever been disassembled, because if it was, for sure these 2 lock washers would have fallen off. They were behind the nuts, and if you just take off the nuts and you don't notice, those go bye-bye. And they were not missing, so I think this is I'm the first one to ever disassemble the slingshot. So, cleaned up the coil, cleaned up the area around here, and then I will report back when both of these guys are shopped right up, cleaned up, sleeved up, and installed up. Alright? Boom. Alright, this is slingshot number 2. Pretty nasty, as you can see. The nastiness is rubbing off. And look at this little friggin' cocoon. What used to reside in that thing? But yeah, so the other one is all cleaned and reassembled. New sleeve. And once this one's done, then I will show you the finished product. You can't really see much. I just got off the phone with a local buddy. He bought an Iron Man and trying to get into the operating game. And he stuck it in a local bar. And friggin' 10 minutes after setting it up, it starts blowing fuses on him. And I was trying to give him some advice, but man, what a pain in the butt. And the owner's like, oh, okay, well, you can bring in a machine, but as long as it's not a piece of furniture. And 10 minutes in, it's a penis. Whoa, that's going on the blooper reel. It is a piece of furniture. Holy cripes. That's a much better looking pile of parts. And that is garbage. Alright, there we go. You're not really going to be able to see a whole lot, but slingshots should be nice and slingy. Alright, so that's 3 mechs done. Kind of went with the easy ones. And I got me a screw in that hole. So, slowly but surely, coming together. That's it for today. That screw almost looks a little suspect, but with no boards, I can't exactly test the gate there. But yeah, so ultimately I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 mechs. Drop targets have already been replaced. I may not deal with that. And then 3 pop bumpers, so 7 mechs technically, basically, and then pretty much just cosmetics after that, right? Play testing, all that fun stuff. Shoot a rod, I gotta do that. And yeah, so that's a wrap on tonight. Making progress, 1 mech at a time. We'll see you on the next one.
Hey, Shenanigandous world! It's the other guy, you know, this guy. Yeah, oh, okay, whatever. But it's Pinball with Shenanigans. Thought I'd throw this together for good old Mike Dimas there. Yeah, I got a package in the mail. You see? I got one. It's kind of cool. He gets lots. Let's see what I can come up with today. So, let's check this thing out now. Kind of cool. It's got lots of bubble wrap. Came all the way from Portugal. I cannot read Portuguese. But it's from Wizard Mod. Kind of cool. Rio de Muro, Portugal. Let's check this out. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's try something else. Oh, wait, there's something over here I might be able to. Oh. No. Okay, let's see what we're going to use to open this up here. See if we can just rip it open first. Got some scissors, a little bit of a knife. Nope, not the bubble wrap. So I think we're going to carefully cut open to the side. Get this guy opened up here. There we go. Alright, we got some of the outside tape, got customs off of there. It's kind of exciting. It's like Christmas all over again. Get that wrap. Alright. See what we got here today. Slowly. You guys can see this okay? Yeah, we're good. Alright, check this out. Wizard Mod. Thank you for shopping at Wizard Mod. We hope you have fun with your new mods and that your pinballs will look even better. Cool. So what I got here are some mods for my Stranger Things and my Jurassic Park. So it looks like they've got Stranger Things on the outside. Check this out. Totally cool, man. Totally cool. Alright, so we got the first one unrolled. Alright, there we go. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Totally cool. Later on, I'll show you where we're going to put that. It's kind of cool. It goes over the grill, over the faceplate. Awesome. Totally cool. So now we got my second one. Alright, going to unwrap that a bit. Got a little piece there. These things are totally cool. Came in pretty good shipping time too, so I was rather impressed about that. So, alright, let's unravel it. Oh, it's upside down. Let's unravel this now. Look at that. Good old dinosaurs. That looks totally cool, man. So that's a magnet that's going to go on the back, right on the front face panel. Alright, so let's go check that out. Be right back. Alright, welcome back, Shenanigandous. I forgot to tell you who I am. Well, I'm Shauny Boy. Anyways, the other guy. But all good. So, we are going to put this panel on. Let's check it out and see how cool this is going to look. We got to take off the little plate that says Netflix Stranger Things Pro Edition. Slowly take that off. That. All right, let's put this right over top of the grill. Get this right in place. Just like that. Right across. That didn't work too well. Now did it? Well, I wonder. We've got to lay this flat for a couple of days. Let's see what she's going to do again. It's pretty good. It's not exactly sticking like it should. So, I think we're going to have to go on their website and just see. Maybe it just needs to flatten out a bit. It was pretty round. It's actually not too bad. It's getting better. It's getting better. Alright. put those two pieces on. I know the silence sucks, doesn't it? But I'm not really much of a talker like Mike is. Love you, Mike. But it does look really cool. Just adds to the effects of the speaker grills. Things like that. That's pretty wicked. Alright, got the plate back on. Let's give that. Yep, so that's starting to stick to it. Magnet, I think I just gotta bend it a little bit and form it. Yep, that's all it is. Let's do that again. That is cool. So now I'm gonna do Jurassic Park and see what that looks like. Okay, Shenanigandous, we're back. This is so cool. This looks awesome. This is totally cool. So, put it on for us. You do have to kind of form it a bit and just slowly bend it and bend it opposite to what was going on. But I've got it on there quite nicely, and that looks pretty cool. So I got to give a huge shout out to these guys, Wizard Bond. Awesome products. They've got some cool other stuff in there. It does come from overseas. Doesn't take very long to get here. So just a huge shout out to those guys. Found those guys on Facebook through somebody else's post there in the Pinball Arcade groups. And yeah, I'm really liking this. This is cool. Just adds to the effect of my game. So that's it for now, Shenaniganders. See you later.